So moving on, we also got a look at Days Gone, the Sony Bend studio. They rose from, it wasn't ashes, they were just hanging out.
They were just on radio sets. That's
real quiet.
That's what happens when you're in Bend, Oregon, and you're not at like coffee shops in Seattle or in San Francisco, and people are overhearing you. And this is for those of you who don't know, Bend is the studio that became famous with the Siphon Filter series.
Yep.
And then they made Uncharted Golden Abyss for the Vita, which was awesome. And they haven't made a game since then. So they haven't made a game since the Vita launch. And then all of a sudden we come out with this, which it feels like Dead Rising, but with heart.
Yeah, and trauma.
So this is obviously, this is the gameplay here, which we got to look at, and it's really impressive. The crowds look like Dead Rising, but they're scary.
Yeah.
And then the kind of the tone feels very Last of Us, but the zombies are more traditional, not the cauliflower variety.
That's very World War Z right there too.
Yeah, I also get, we're just naming zombie franchises at this point. But I mean, I also get actual The Walking Dead vibes from this too.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
like the actual TV series rather than the other video games.
Yeah.
And
but
there's
I'm
motorcycles.
not super sold on this.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, what part of it wasn't doing it for you?
It's a zombie game. It's another zombie game, and nothing about it looks very standout. I think while I'm interested, and it definitely looks pretty, and I want to see more of it. This is probably a low point of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because it's our fourth zombie game of E3, and E3 hasn't started yet.
Already saturated, and I'm just seeing a guy shooting.
I don't know.
You know what?
In a
I'm
bomb.
going to back you up. I'm totally with you on that. Like this looks like a really good game, but it's still a zombie game.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
I think it's doing something a little more interesting than a lot of the other ones. The sort of the character personality stuff we saw at the top of this trailer. I agree that looking at this right here, you're like, it's a zombie game. But that moment where that guy clearly off screen had just killed someone a little too much, and his friend was kind of like, bro.
Yeah.
right.
I wish we could have seen more of that,
Yeah. I mean, we're showing the gameplay right now, but the big cinematic trailer they showed did get me interested for a second.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, but until they brought up the barbed wire fences, maybe this isn't zombies. Maybe this is just everything went wrong.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
post-apocalyptic
It seemed like
without
a
like a really.
pandemic.
Yeah.
I kind of got the Division vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, the road obviously is very similar to The Last of Us, but The Last of Us still has cauliflower zombies, mushrooms, whatever.
Yeah.
And,
And I was going to say, like, I mean, you don't really think of The Last of Us as a zombie game.
I mean, it is though, right?
It is essentially because you are fighting some sort of mutated, demonic, undead-looking things.
Yeah.
But it's really about characters and the heart and the personality and the interactions between the
I
protagonists.
absolutely have faith that this could be that, but this gameplay that we're seeing is a guy mowing down tons of zombies very easily, so I'm not sold. I will wait to see more to make it a formal decision.
I'm totally feeling it. I feel the opposite of you guys. I'm loving the setting. I love the sort of the storytelling, emotional trailer that kicked off the show, and this looks fun. I like the idea of the amount of zombies in Dead Rising, the zombies having the ferocity of a thing like 28 Days Later, but also the stakes of The Last of Us. I don't know. I can totally get behind that.
If it's like 28 days later or 28 weeks later the game, then I'm going to love it.
It could just be a guy working on Black Friday.
We've gotten a lot of zombie games, but I feel like we haven't gotten like that definitive one yet, you know? Like we've gotten the emotional ones, we've gotten the ones that are fun, we've gotten the ones that are like kind of doing their own thing, but like as far as, I mean, this could be it. Who knows?
Yeah.